Welcome to the channel. My name is Grizzy, and today we're covering a topic that is going to be highly useful to your success in Apex Legends. Whether you're playing no-fill solo versus squads, or your entire team has been downed and they're counting on you for a squad wipe, we all face those situations in Apex where you're solo and it's you versus multiple enemies. This guide is going to help you to succeed in those clutch situations, and you'll be pulling off squad wipes in no time if you follow these tips in this video. So first off, let's break down the art of pulling off the solo squad wipe in a couple different phases, and we're going to start with the prep phase. The prep phase consists of the legend you select, the weapons you're using, and how you are preparing your environment or plan of attack. When you're taking on several enemies at once, of course, certain legends are going to be more valuable than others. While any legend can pull off a squad wipe, you want to try and select a legend that has some mobility to retreat and reposition, and also push with aggression to finish off the kill. For example, Gibraltar is one of the best legends in the game. However, this legend is pretty difficult to play as a no-fill solo. His size does not help him in 1v3s, and the entire squad can push him in the bubble. Valkyrie, Wraith, Octane, Pathfinder, Bangalore, and even Loba are all quality legends with some abilities that are going to help you to pull off some clean squad wipes. Next up in our prep phase, let's talk weapons. If you're looking to squad wipe, we need to pick weapons with fast TTKs or fast time to kill. You're not going to want to rock a longbow and a devotion. Instead, you need to rock weapons like the Flatline, L-Star, Wingman, Prowler, R301, etc. The faster you're able to create an opening and knock down the first enemy, the more success and the higher your odds are of being able to pull off that squad wipe. After legend and weapon selection, let's get into the environmental aspect of the prep phase to pull off the 1v3 or 1v2 clutch. First things first, pay close attention to the items and objects around you. When you're approaching a solo versus squad fight, you want to pay close attention to death boxes, downed players, fleeing routes, and ways to get to high ground. Keeping a mental note that an armor swap is located in the blue box on the top floor can help you to win a fight. Simply for the fact that an armor swap is the absolute fastest way to heal in the entire game. When you crack an armor and get a down, if that enemy damages you, they're going to think that you need to take at least 4 to 5 seconds to heal and to hit a battery. When you armor swap, you instantly heal your armor, and don't be afraid to downgrade your armor from something like a purple to a blue armor, because it's all about reacting to those enemies that are still up, and you need to take them down as quick as possible. Now, in addition to armor swaps, it is absolutely key to locate exits and repositioning locations. The location where you perform the 1v3 or 1v2 is the absolute most important thing that you can control in Apex Legends when you're trying to squad wipe. It is nearly impossible to squad wipe if you do not separate people from their teammates into 3 separate 1v1s. Therefore, it is near impossible to kill an entire squad in a building that is simple with 1 to 2 doors and little exits. That is why it is the best to use buildings with zip lines, climb ups, and various locations where you can take enemies by surprise and quickly evade enemy fire after getting the first knockdown. In addition to finding the perfect location, you need to know when to reposition. Playing passive aggressive is the biggest playstyle you want to have when you try to squad wipe your enemies while you're alone. Make them come to you, but put them in a situation that favors you at all times. For example, have them push you when you have high ground and head peek or shoulder glitch versus the opposite. We'll get a little bit more into shoulder peeking and head peeking and using cover in the second phase of this video, so we'll cover that here in a bit. But if you ever find yourself taking fire from multiple enemies, immediately reposition and retreat to find a better position that is more optimal for you. Now let's get into phase 2 of the art of the squad wipe, but before we get into the second part of this video, if you're enjoying this video and you want to see more content like this, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel for consistent Apex Legends content and like this video to help share this to other players out there. Guys, I would greatly appreciate it, and hopefully my content can take your game to the next level. With that being said, let's get into a couple in-game scenarios and break down in-game knowledge and awareness to help you to pull off more squad wipes in Apex Legends. Just kind of looking at the scenario right in front of us, we have multiple teams. There's multiple blue death boxes up top on the top of the building. We are in that prep phase. Again, we're playing Valkyrie, a very good 1v3 legend, and we're going to be forced into a 1v3 scenario in this gameplay. Now, keep in mind, Valk is very good at little buildings like this, where she can kind of fly up on these little ledges and quickly reposition on her targets. So again, just kind of going into this, keep in mind we do have those blue boxes here. We just got to keep in mind that we can use those maybe potentially for an armor swap later on. Gonna get this third party going here. We noticed that these teams are finished, but there's still some teams around. So let's kind of get into this 1v3 scenario here. So once the last player is down, again, we get the armor swap, but there is more enemies inbound. Now, what you want to keep in mind is, we hear people coming from underneath, so likely they are going to be coming from this direction. We need to keep sight here, and it looks like the best place to hold for some positioning is kind of this left head peak right here. Now, John needs to play right here. He needs to hold this angle, shoot down this hallway, and then he can always reposition and take a different angle and shoot that way as well. He's also Pathfinder, so he can get height at the same time. So notice how we're using this cover right here. We peek down this left lane. We do 63 and 33 damage. When you are reloading, make sure you have cover at all times. You want to be able to kind of play the shoulder head glitch right here.
Another one's coming up the stairs.
Now right here, I see John has 2 on him. Unfortunately, they focus my Pathfinder instead of me. And so what's going to happen is I'm thinking in my head, I need to reposition immediately. There is no way I can take a 1v3 in this small room. I have to play passive aggressive. So I'm going to try to get some shots on while I'm leaving this position, and let's just go from there. All right, so we're able to get the headshot and that knock on Octane, right? So right here, we're thinking we have to reposition. Valk is very, very good at repositioning in this building. She can kind of fly to a different level. And when you do get that knockdown, you need to capitalize on that knockdown if you can. So what I'm going to do here is I can actually get to this mid-level and shoot from these windows here as they're trying to revive. So you can see we have Wraith trying to revive here, and then we also have Valk, or not Valk, but Horizon dropping down beneath. So right now we're separating this into 3 separate 1v1s. So right now we can capitalize on this knockdown. That is the biggest key. When you get your first knockdown, stay in a semi-close position so you can either heal up or decide if you want to punish them if they do go for that revive. Here I am able to punish them by shooting through this window. Now, once I get that full thirst, we notice that, we need to heal. We're really low on health. We know Horizon took a little bit of damage from us, but we need to reposition. We got those blue armor swaps above us. We are very low, but, we need to kind of get a new angle and reposition. We're out of R99 ammo. Now here, what I do is right now I'm playing this level right here. I kind of have this cover to my right, and I know that Wraith is probably on the same level as well. I'm able to get that knockdown on the Horizon while she's kind of looting around. So right here, once you get the knock, a lot of players would kind of stay at that initial angle and keep holding that angle and try to take shots at the Wraith that way. But here I'm able to kind of bait the Wraith into taking that spot, and there I'm able to put on some shots in her back. And once she's cracked, I noticed that she does go downstairs. I do have the high ground on her, but I do have a lot more health than this Wraith, so I do want to get aggressive.
He just shield swapped to a white under you.
So guys, that is kind of a good example of a 1v3, especially with Valkyrie. Buildings again like these are very good for Valkyrie to be able to reposition on these short little ledges. Make sure you're peeking different angles when you're taking your fights. Make sure you're holding cover. Even if the cover is very little while you're reloading, you got to take cover. You got to hold your shoulder glitch, your head glitch, and you got to make sure you're taking different angles when you're fighting multiple enemies. If you do peek the same angle, you are going to get shot by multiple enemies. Always reposition if you're getting shot by multiple enemies. Make sure you get armor swaps and be passive aggressive. When you get that knock, bait that knockdown, finish that enemy that they're trying to revive, and boom, guys, there's our first review of our 1v3. And now let's get into the next one. So after the first clip, we are getting into a squad wipe sent to me by my good friend Hybridify. I also call him Hybrid. I commonly get questions on the channel about technical play and improvement on mouse and keyboard, but primarily on my channel, I cover specifics on controller. My friend here, Hybrid, is an amazing player who actually grinded all the way from being Predator on controller to being a Predator and Masters player on mouse and keyboard now. Hybrid has some excellent YouTube help videos for all you guys looking to change over to mouse and keyboard, so make sure you guys check out his channel as well, and I'll post his stream link and YouTube channel in the description for you guys interested at improving at mouse and keyboard. Now with that being said, let's break down Hybrid's squad wipe here and help you guys to get an edge in your game. So our next 1v3 is coming in from Hybrid, my good friend here. He is on mouse and keyboard. Watch these great shots. Now he is utilizing this cover. He's going to run back. He's going to heal up. Notice one thing that Hybrid does here that's really clutch as well. He picks up the digi threat, but he's utilizing grenades to his advantage. Grenades are one thing that a lot of people do not utilize. They're huge for a various amount of reasons. Right here, Hybrid is throwing his grenade to simply give him time for his shield cell. Really smart here. And then also grenades are extremely good at getting people to reposition and kind of move into those positions and areas that you want to take shots on them, kind of making them disperse and force some separate 1v1s. Now let's get more into this. He is playing Octane. Luckily, this team has a Bangalore on their team. He's able to get some free shots down this hallway due to the smoke. No one in the game has a digi threat. They just dropped in except for him. He's really utilizing this cover very well. Also, notice he is reloading. Every single time he's reloading, he's utilizing this cover, right? He's being very aggressive. He knows that right now in his head, he doesn't need to worry about healing. He wants to stay aggressive because he's got 2 knocks. He knocked the Octane, so the Octane is getting revived right now, and the Octane is going to be low and healing. He doesn't want to waste his time right now reviving his teammate. He needs to get aggressive. 2 are pretty much knocked. So keep in mind, he does only have 8 bullets left. Again, when he's switching his weapons, guys, you see that right there. He's utilizing this cover here. The smoke is still helping him to isolate this fight into separate 1v1s. Watch what Hybrid does here. It's an actual insane play right here. Look at this. While mid-fight, he switches his digi threat to the PK. Big shots, big damage. Gets a knock again on that weak Octane that he already got weak from earlier. Hybrid, if you see here, he plays the amazing head glitch here. So a lot of players would simply walk up here and they would get full range and full shots on your entire body, right? But Hybrid plays this extremely smart because right now, if he takes this angle, the lifeline can only see his head. He can take a shot, crouch down, take a shot, crouch down. And then another thing that you want to utilize when you're playing a 1v3 is you need to utilize your down teammates. Have them hold their knockdown shields up in front of you, and you can utilize that as pseudo cover as well. So again, he gets a good shot. He's waiting for that last shot on the lifeline. And boom, he's got it. Crazy 1v3. Guys, it's something to take note with Hybrid's gameplay. Utilizing grenades to help give you time with some heals. Also being very aggressive. When you do get that first knock, they are going to revive. So you need to get aggressive while their health is still low. He utilizes that Bangalore smoke in order to separate that fight into separate 1v1s. Once he gets the knock on the Bangalore, he uses amazing cover with that head glitch. on this ramp, and he's able to take down the last legend, which was the lifeline. Guys, make sure to check out my friend Hybrid. I will post all of his links in the description below. And again, thank you so much for watching the 1v3 video. If you did like the video, make sure you drop a like. And hey guys, we'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Grizzy, and I'm out. Peace.